Hello everyone, it's Lushawn. If you just found my channel, welcome. And if you are returning to my channel, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate the support. So, in this video, I am going to update my second paycheck for the 15th through the 28th. So let's go ahead and take a look at the numbers. Okay, so you all know I'm using the Erin Condren Deluxe Monthly Planner, and we'll go ahead and turn to paycheck number 2 that had already been budgeted, and let's go ahead and see what's going on. So I already went through this, eyeballing it, and for the most part everything turned out almost like it should have. So I'm not gonna like write the numbers in again. If the actual turned out to be what was expected, I'm just going to give it a check mark, and I will only write in if there is a variance. So everything of course turned out the way it was supposed to for income. Would have been great if it was more, but hey, I accept that as long as it's not less. Mortgage is what I budgeted out, and personal cell phone, personal loan number 1, life insurance. Student loan was different. If you followed my previous videos, you know that I had to clear out some accrued interest that was sitting in a bucket to get the student loans to where I can actually see and know what's in the bucket is actually what was accrued just for that month, and no residuals from previous months. So I got that all straightened out. So I had to pay a little bit more, which is fine. And I paid $57.28. So that was a variance of $7.28 more that I paid. And in student loan number 2, to clear out the bucket and get it to where it needed to be, I paid $85.12, which was under. So that was oops, no, I'm still in the black on that one. So that was a plus of $29.88. So at least now I'll be able to really hone in on what is actually being accrued, and if I can throw at least $5 or $10 more towards it, because the way financial works is you just pay the interest, and the minimum payment they give you doesn't even cover the interest. So you have to kind of strategically figure out how to just throw a little something at the principal. I don't want to pay this for like another year and a half before I really dive into the debt snowball on my student loans, and it's still sitting at the same balance. I can't rationalize that in my mind. So I have to, even if it's $5, hey, $5 in, a year, hey, it's more than nothing in my book. So car insurance was the same. Netflix, of course, was the same. And I had already done the cash envelopes and sinking funds, although I did use them, and I'll get into that when I add this out for my actual debt snowball. So actual came out to total $3,179.07. So my net plus or minus was a plus of $22.60. So that changed my remaining amount that I had previously. Oh gosh, let me bring you guys in a little bit. So that changed my remaining amount of the $244.38. So adding the $22.60 to that, I have a new remaining amount of, and the new remaining dollars would now be $266, and I already added these like several times just to make sure beforehand to save time on the video. Okay, so that's my new remaining balance because of the difference here with the student loans. So my previous remaining balance was the 170.10. So I take the 170.10 plus the new remaining balance, and my total for the month is $437.08, which you all know I have committed $500 to my my debt snowball for each month. So I was short, and I still wanted to commit the $500. So I knew I had to take from the cash envelopes, because that is going to be the first thing that I have to dive into if I'm short on something. It's going to always first be my cash envelopes, and then if that's not enough, well, certain cash envelopes, not all, because certain cash envelopes I need, but it'll be cash envelopes first, and then sinking funds may have to be held off for a month or whatever, or paycheck. That's, in my mind, that's the order that I'm going to take from if I need to. So I took from two of my cash envelopes. I think it was food, because I do like $60 for 2 Fridays to eat out at work, and that's probably way too much. So I took from that, and I also took from, I think, either personal care or entertainment. I'm not sure the other envelope that I took from, but I kind of halved it off. So I took $65 from 2 envelopes that had the money in them, and I was like, well, I'm just going to have to sacrifice that for this, because I wanted to do $500. So with the $65 added to what I had remaining, that gave me the $502.08. So now that also meant that I could not put anything to savings, which was fine, because I want to pay the debt down as much as possible first. So I was okay sacrificing not putting anything to savings for this particular month. So the $500, of course, went to my debt snowball, and I left $2.08, which I just left in the account. So this was debt snowball, which I already paid and got rid of one of my Capital Ones. So I was like super stoked about that. But that's what I did when I was eyeballing this, and I saw that, you know, I just kind of did the numbers in my head and saw where it was going. I knew I was going to have to pull from the cash envelopes, and I was cool with that, to me, because it was just more important to get rid of that Capital One. I really want to stay on track with my debt snowball as much as possible, and I've calculated that out with the spreadsheet, so I kind of know when I'm putting money towards it and when it's coming down and when I'm rolling the payments. So it was just important to me, more important to me, to sacrifice, you know, a couple of meals and sacrifice, you know, eyebrows or whatever, in order to pay on the debt, and that it's gone and I don't have to worry about it anymore. So to me, that was more important. So that's what I did. So basically, that is my paycheck number 2 and how it ended up, and then also putting the money towards the item in my debt snowball, which I paid off, and I was so super happy about that. So of course, if you have lasted to the end of this video, you're a trooper. Thank you so much. And if you haven't subscribed, I hope you consider subscribing to the channel. It would mean so much to me. And as always, until my next video, hugs and love. Bye.